Meet Agnes. Agnes was a widow who had a daughter named Ella. To make a living, she and Ella sold yams in the market. After her husband passed away early in their marriage, Agnes raised Ella on her own. They lived a modest life, managing to get by, but it was tough. Ella had finished secondary school, but there was no money to send her to university. This worried Agnes deeply. Every day, she thought, how can I just sit here and watch my only daughter struggle in the market with me while all her friends are studying in the university? She prayed every night, crying to God when everyone else was asleep, begging for a way to provide for Ella's education. Please God, she will plead, I can't rest knowing that my daughter is wasting her potential while her friends are building their futures. Agnes often visited her husband's grave, speaking to him as if he could hear her. She would tell him, if only you were here, the body wouldn't feel so heavy. You left us alone, and now our daughter is at home helping me in the market when she should be in school. I felt overwhelmed and alone. Whenever Agnes looked at Ella, her heart broke, but she hid her tears. One day, though, Ella walked into her mother's room and found her crying. Ella went over to her mother and gently comforted her, saying, Please, Mom, don't cry. Everything will be okay. God will provide for us. Ella continued, You are worrying too much, Mom, and I don't want you to harm yourself with all this stress. You are all I have. Please don't make yourself sick with worry. Touched by her daughter's words, Agnes hugged her and said, Thank you, my child. You are all I have in this world, and I love you so much. I will do anything to see you through university, I promised. One day, Agnes told Ella that she had decided to sell the apartment to pay for Ella's university education. Surprised, Ella asked her mother where she would live if the apartment was sold. Agnes reassured her, Don't worry about me. I will find a place to sleep, even if it's in someone's shop. The most important thing is for you to start university. Ella looked at her mother and, seeing her determination, agreed. If this is what you want, Mom, then I'm okay with it, as long as you'll be alright. Agnes sold their home and handed all the money to Ella. With that, Ella was admitted into university, where she settled in quickly. She was overjoyed to be there, meeting new friends and exploring her new surroundings. She used some of the money to rent a small apartment near the university and thought to herself, I have finally made it. I'm at university with my own place. My mom really sacrificed a lot for me. However, as she enjoyed her new life, Ella barely thought about where her mother might be staying. She reasoned, Mom will be fine. She's too strong and can handle herself. Let me just focus on enjoying university. Meanwhile, Agnes was living under a tree in the forest. She continued her yam business, selling at the market each day and returning to the tree to rest at night. Rain would sometimes pour down on her, leaving her drenched and cold. But she held on to hope, telling herself that one day Ella would graduate, find a good job, or even marry well and leave them both out of this difficult life. The harsh conditions wore Agnes down. She slept under the scorching sun, and at night she faced the forest danger, staying alert for wild animals. Despite everything, Agnes never complained. She endured it all for her daughter's future. Ella never called her mother to ask how she was doing or where she was staying. She only called when she needed more money, and Agnes always found a way to send it, using her earnings from the yam sales. While Ella enjoyed her life at university, eating well and sleeping comfortably, her mother spent her nights under a tree, hoping for a better future for them both. At university, Ella made friends with students from wealthy families. Whenever they sat together, her friends would boast about their family's status. One girl talked about how her parents lived in the United States and that she visited them every vacation. Others mentioned their fathers and mothers' impressive jobs, each story making their families sound even more important. Wanting to fit in, Ella also told them, My mom lives in the United States too. I'll be visiting her during the vacation. She knew it was a lie, but she wanted her friends to see her as one of them. To keep up with her story, Ella started spending more money to live a lifestyle that matched her lies. Little did her friends know that her mother was actually living under a tree in the forest, surrounded by wild animals, enduring everything for Ella's future. One day, Agnes called Ella saying she wanted to visit her at school to see where her daughter was studying. Shocked, Ella quickly shouted, "No, Mom! Please don't. It will be too stressful for you to travel here. Don't worry. The school break is coming soon and I will come home to see you." Agnes accepted this, feeling happy and praying over the phone for Ella, excited that her daughter will soon be coming home. After the call, Ella turned to her friends and lied. "My mom just called from the United States. She misses me so much and can't wait for the vacation to fly me back over there. She even said I'll be flying on the best plane." Her friends admired her story, not knowing that her mother had just called her from under a tree in the forest. During vacation, Ella stayed hidden in her apartment pretending to be out of town so her friends would believe she had gone to the United States to visit her mother. She stuck on food, determined not to leave her apartment and risk being seen. She told herself, "I can't go back to my mother, sleeping in rough places. I am a slave queen. Now, I can't go back to that life." Back in the forest, Agnes was anxious, wondering why Ella hadn't come to visit her. She called Ella saying, "My child, it's been so long. Please come and see your mother." Ella lied, saying, "We didn't get a holiday, Mom. I'm buried in lectures and our exams are coming up soon." Trusting her daughter, Agnes accepted this, telling her to stay safe. One day, while Agnes was selling yams in the market, she met a joyful woman who told her that her daughter would be graduating in 2 days. When Agnes asked which university, she was shocked to learn it was the same one Ella attended. Immediately, Agnes called Ella and asked, "Are you graduating soon?" Ella confirmed it. Surprised, Agnes asked why she hadn't told her, but Ella dismissed it, saying, "No need to come. Parents aren't allowed anywhere." Feeling left out but wanting to see her daughter's success, Agnes arranged to go with the woman from the market, borrowing some decent clothes for the occasion. On graduation day, Ella and her friends talked about their parents' arrivals, each boasting about luxury cars and international flights. Ella joined in, saying, "My mom's coming from the United States in the latest Lamborghini." Just then, Agnes arrived, dressed in borrowed clothes, her face lighting up with pride when she saw Ella, but Ella looked at her as if she didn't recognize her. When Agnes called out, "Ella, my daughter," her friends asked, "Who's this beggar?" Ella coldly replied, "She's just the cleaner my mom hired for my apartment." Heartbroken, Agnes cried in anger. Ella poured a bucket of urine over her and yelled, "Get out, beggar, and don't ruin my day." As Agnes walked away in tears, a car hit her, killing her instantly. Ella never asked what had happened to her mother. Agnes' body was taken back to the community and given a respectful burial. Ella didn't attend. Soon after, as Ella was resting in her apartment, her mother's ghost appeared before her. Horrified, Ella begged, "Please, Mom, don't harm me. I just didn't want to go back to poverty. You know I'm your only child." But Agnes' spirit replied, "You are heartless and ungrateful. You don't deserve this life." Agnes' ghost took Ella's life, leaving her dead in her apartment without knowing her true background. Locals carried Ella's body into the forest where it was left to be eaten by vultures. Moral lesson: gratitude and respect for our parents' sacrifices are crucial. Wealth and status mean nothing if we lose our humanity. In the end, pride and dishonesty only lead to destruction. Thank you so much for watching and supporting this story. I hope you enjoyed it and took something meaningful from it. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing to my channel for more stories like this. Your support means the world to me, and every like, comment and share helps us grow together. Stay tuned for more captivating tales, and as always, may God bless you as you journey with us. Thank you and see you in the next story.